This is teaching Bishop Willie Dixon from a Cry for a Generation ministry. We're glad to be coming to your home another day to bring you a message that the Lord spoke to my heart. I am what God say I am. I heard a song with that title, I am what God said that I am. You know, the devil spent a whole lot of time trying to talk you out of who you are, who God made you to be. He spent a whole lot of time trying to convince you that you're worthless, you'll never do nothing, you never amount to anything, and you'll never overcome this life, this world, this wickedness that is in the earth. He spent every moment that he had to cause you to doubt who God say you are. We looking at what it looked like now. But do you not know when a person build a computer that they done program that computer to do great things? They got a camera in a computer now that is sharper than the camera 100 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago. You had to have all those lenses on it. You had to put the big lens on it, the four-tailed lens that magnify everything. But they got it all now in a little camera that you can put in your pocket. All that is programmed in that computer. They have a memory bank in that computer that you can process data from all over the world just about at once. You can hear this message at a click of the button, and you can hear it all over the world. Well, all this been programmed in that computer, and those that sell that computer say, this is in that computer. This computer have Windows 9, Windows 7, have this and have that. All of that is programmed in this computer. I said in 1978, I was young and we were drinking and standing up in a group, in a huddle, passing the bottle to each other. And we were, at that time, it was talk about a computer. And I told him, I say, we just like a computer. I said, we know the beginning, what happened in the garden. I say, it's in us. I say, we just got to know how to process it and bring it up like a computer can do. This way back in 1978. But little did I know God was speaking that through me and in my mind. They said back in 74, a computer is smarter than any man. I say, I don't believe that. I said, that ain't true. How can a computer be smarter than a man? It can't think. It can't create. I said, how can it be smarter than a man? And God opened my understanding up and let me know that the reason a computer was smarter than one single man, one individual man, that because the mind of 100 men is in a computer. A mind of 1,000 men work on this computer. So you're not looking at a mind of just an individual. Where I am who God and what God say I am. Because God himself created me, greater than man, greater than computer, and he said I am more than a conqueror. He said that I am a man of wisdom, a man of knowledge, a man to open your eyes by preaching the gospel of the kingdom. A man that shall do exploit in this earth, in this age, and in this hour. And I believe that. I have always believed that. And we look and say, well, I used to drink, or I used to be a prostitute. I used to be a gang member. I used to be a drunk. I used to be a gambler. I used to be a nobody. I used to be just a homely person. And we say all these things. But God say in your spirit, in your conscience, in the seat of your mind, that he had called you and ordained you and chosen you. I don't care how many kids you got out of wedlock. I don't care how many kids you got. I don't care how many men have left you to raise them by yourself. I don't care how many women have left you, took your money, took your hope, took your dream, and walked away from you. But if God say that you're more than a conqueror, if God say you're the man of the hour, the woman of the hour, if he say he done put a word of power in you, a word of hope and a word of life, that's what's in you. You say, but I keep messing up. I keep bagging up. I go forward 2 steps and I take 4 back. Excuse me. And you say, look like I ain't gonna never be nothing. And I ain't gonna never do what God told me to do. Keep pressing. Keep the faith alive. Keep hope alive. People thought, there'll never be a black president. A president that will call black. Even though he have a white mother. But people never thought they would have seen a black president. Anybody have any other blood in them is considered black or of another race and not of the white race. Only the white race feel like if any other blood in you, you're not white. If your mama white and if your daddy black, you black. Or vice versa. And we have a black president. You have a lot of people that would have thought that. Because God said he have no respect of person and he judged man as a man. So when God set up king and take down king, he set up whom he will. And it ain't a president, white or black or any other nationality, that will be president or anything else unless God set him up. Nebuchadnezzar thought he ruled the whole world. But he found out that God set him up and ordained him. That God himself was pulling the string and not himself. Pharaoh found out that he couldn't let the people go because he wanted to. When he wanted to, God hardened his heart. And when God hardened his heart, he had to put more bondage upon the people. So God is the one that say who you are, and what you will do and what you won't do, what you can do. So I am what God say I am. You are what God say you are. Get up out the dump. Don't let nobody tell you that it's hopeless because you done sold drugs, or because you done smoked drugs, or because the crack at this moment is your God, because the alcohol bottle appear at this moment to be your God, because your lust and your flesh and your desire and your sex addiction got the best of you. Don't let that determine who you are. God say you are more than conqueror. God say you can get up and you can have life, you can live. Ezekiel had a dream. He seen how Israel had messed up and the whole nation was dead. No life, no hope in God's people, the nation of Israel. And he said, can these dry bones live? And God spoke to him, and those bones lived, and they came alive. Knee bone, hip bone, arm and ankles and everything began to cooperate as God designed it to do. And life came upon them. Life can come to our soul. I don't care how far away it seems that you are from God. How hopeless it seemed today in your life. How everybody put you down and walk away from you and turn their back on you. Because you was a drunk, ain't no hope in you. I know what it is to be a drunk. To be so drunk you can't hardly walk. I know how it is. People slam your hand in the door because they said, drunk, get away from this car. And you trying to talk to them about something, and they'll slam your hand in the door. But God say, you're a preacher. God say, you're an apostle. God say, you're a prophet. God say, you have life in you. You are what God say you are. I don't care because everybody walked away from you. I don't care because everybody wrote Ichabod upon you. If God hadn't wrote Ichabod upon you, then God have not departed from you. I don't care if you can't feel him. I don't care if you can't see him. I don't care if your life look like it just in destruction and chaos and you can't function. But the moment you believe you are who God say you are, and you yield to that seed that is speaking in your spirit, speaking in your heart, speaking in your mind, no matter the past mistake, no matter of the blunder you done made in your life, no matter of the thing that you done committed, the wickedness, the sin. People say, well, crackhead done did all that, and now here they is want to straighten up. Well, who are you to say that a crackhead can't get delivered? Who are you to say a drunk can't get delivered? Who are you to say a whore can't get delivered? Who are you to say a liar and a murderer and an adulterer can't preach the gospel of the kingdom? God ordained them from the foundation of the world to preach the gospel of the kingdom and to speak life to you. You said that you never committed adultery, you never had kids out of wedlock, you never took a drink of liquor in your life, you never got drunk and act a fool, but you don't believe God. You don't love God, you don't trust God, and you deny his existence. And how you think you ain't gonna go to hell? How you think you ain't gonna be lost? How you think you ain't separated from God? But even the person that don't even believe in God, the moment they listen to that seed that is in their soul and say, I am, or you are who I say you are. And the moment they listen to that and give an ear to that, a change will happen in your life. I don't care how stressed out you are now, trying to provide for your family, trying to take care of your kid. We men to put women in bad situations because we have a love affair with our body part, and we can't control it, and we go out and lie and do everything, and we get them in a mess, and we walk away from them. Vice versa, same way with a woman. Get the man hard, he fall in love with you, and you walk away from him and treat him like a dog. But when you hear that seed down inside of your heart, say you are who I say you are, life can spring up. Hope can spring up. You can change your way of living. See, God take people that have been in the dump, been at the bottom of the barrel. God take people that have had all hope them been lost, and he restore hope back to them. They done live their whole life in a mess and alienated from everybody that loved them. But God speak a word of life to them and say, from the foundation of the world, I ordain you to have life. I ordain you to have hope. I ordain you to overcome your situation. And it ain't a devil in hell can stop what God said. If you abide by him, if you let that seed of hope that you are whom God say you are spring up in you. See, you may now, well, let me say this. Let me put it this way. I used to smoke 4-pack of cigarette a day. 5-pack when I got to drinking real good and lying. I could smoke 5-pack. You say that sounds like a lie. Look how many cigarettes that is. Anybody that know me know that I can pretty much do what I said I could do. And used to drink all day long. Smoke weed all day long. Drink wine, drink Mad Dog, drink beer, and drink alcohol, all in the same 24 hours. And if God can change me, because he spoke to me, even before I did any of that I was a preacher, a man to bring hope and life to a generation. He spoke that to me before I did any of that. So when I fell in that trap and got caught up in that trap and on my way to prison, God delivered me and set me free because he say, that ain't what you are. That ain't who you are. You are a man of God, a man of life, and a man of hope. And that's what I done put in you. And that's what you shall be. And in that moment, my whole life changed. I didn't have to go to AA to get delivered from alcohol. I didn't have to go to Weed Anonymous to get delivered from smoking weed. I didn't have to go to Lust USA to get delivered from lust. But God delivered me and set me free because the seed of hope sprung up in me and said, you are whom I say you are. You are a man of God. You are a man of life. A man that'll speak a word to deliver a generation. And I thank God for that. And ever since that, in 1979 up to now, I've been pressing and I've been walking in my identity. Here's the problem with us. We're not walking in the identity of who we are. We done got an alias, AKA we ain't nobody, AKA you a slut, AKA you an alcoholic, AKA you's a dope dealer, AKA you ain't nothing. Well, that's not your real identity. Your real identity, you're a man or a woman of God. You are the child of God, the children of God, the creation of God. And God had created life and hope in you. And the devil spent all his time trying to convince you that you'll never go nowhere, you'll never do nothing, you'll never be nothing. And he tried to keep prosperity and hope out of your hand and out of your mind. But the devil is a lie. He can't stop the prosperity of God's people. He can't stop God people for realizing their identity, that they are a chosen vessel of God, that they are the creation of God, that they are the offspring of God. Jesus came and died on the cross for the right that you can be as he are, or as he is, that you can be a brethren unto him. He said he got many brethren. He came and died on the cross to bring you forth, to impregnate you, to give you life, to give you hope, to give you the realization that you are who God say you are. And it wasn't nothing that could stop Jesus Christ when he walked this earth, when he spoke the word, when he healed the sick, when he raised the dead, because he realized he was what God said he was. Now, how did Jesus realize this? Through reading the scroll that were left by the prophets, that were left by Moses, that were left by those before him, that were ordained by God, and he took it and he read it. Want some proof? 5th chapter, Revelation. It was a book no man could open. Could nobody break the seal. It was the book of life, the book of creation, the book of hope. And it was sealed. And John, he had his head down because nobody could open that book. Here come a lamb that was slain from the foundation of the world. Here come a Jesus Christ that was ordained to die from the foundation of the world and to be what God said he was from the foundation of the world or before the foundation of the world. He came and opened the seal of the book and gave life unto man, gave hope to man, gave salvation to man, and he sealed the deal that you are who God say you are. You are a conqueror. You are the offspring of God. You are the hope of this generation. Don't let your past failure and mistakes label you and keep you down. But rise up and realize, not just cause a song come on and sound good, and you sing the song and never get delivered and say, I am who God say I am. But I mean, let the seed spring up in you